There is a creature in the sea that has seen centuries pass. It has watched empires rise and fall. It does not age. It does not die. When faced with death, it simply turns back time. This is the immortal jellyfish, and its secret is rewriting the story of life itself. For all of human history, we've dreamed of immortality, a fountain of youth, a cure for death itself. We looked for it in magic, in religion, in science, and then, quietly, in the 1990s, it was found. Not in a temple, not in a lab, but in the silent, dark waters of the Mediterranean. A biologist found something impossible, a tiny, transparent jellyfish that could do what no other complex creature could. It could grow young again. Here is its power, its true magic. When Turritopsis dohrnii is injured or starved or simply old, it doesn't fade away. It anchors itself. Its body, its tentacles, its very cells begin to change. They forget what they were. A muscle cell forgets it's a muscle. A nerve cell forgets it's a nerve. They become something new, something ancient. They become stem cells again, blank slates. And from this blank slate, it grows a new body. It starts its life all over again. It hits the biological reset button. This process has a name, Transdifferentiation. It's the biological equivalent of taking a finished novel, dissolving the ink back onto the page, and rewriting it as a new book. For us, a skin cell is forever a skin cell. It's a one-way street. For this jellyfish, every cell is a two-way street, a door that can swing both ways forever. It is the ultimate biological freedom. Just think about that for a moment. What if you had that button, not just for your body, but for your life? What moment would you return to? What would you do differently? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. But this power comes with a silent, profound caveat. Immortality is not invincibility. This creature can reset its age, but it cannot reset the world around it. It can be eaten, it can be poisoned, its home can be destroyed. In that way, it is tragically, beautifully like us. We search for ways to live longer, while the world we live in is changing. What is the point of forever if your forever is spent in a cage? Its gift is also its prison. It is bound to a cycle we can barely comprehend. This leads to a deeper, more haunting question. If this is possible, why isn't everything immortal? Why do whales, trees, and tortoises, creatures that live for centuries, still age and die? Evolution should favor immortality, right? The answer may be that death is not a bug in the system. It might be a feature. Death makes room for the new. It forces adaptation. It drives change. Immortality might mean stopping evolution in its tracks. It might mean a world forever stuck, never becoming something else. The jellyfish's endless loop is a biological masterpiece, but also a kind of beautiful stagnation. And here is where this gets deeply personal. We are not so different from this floating ghost of the sea. We share with it the same basic genetic toolkit for life and for aging. The genes that tell its cells to transform live inside you too. They're just asleep, turned off. Scientists now study this jellyfish not to make us immortal, but to wake something up inside us, to heal, to regenerate, to perhaps one day repair a damaged heart or an injured spine by convincing our own cells to remember how to change. Its secret isn't about living forever, it's about healing better. It's about giving our bodies a flexibility we lost somewhere in our own evolutionary story. So what does this mean for us, the mortals? This creature shows us that time in biology is not a straight line. It can be a loop, a circle. It asks us a terrifying, beautiful question. Is death a mistake, or is it a gift? Our mortality, it gives our lives meaning, urgency, beauty. Love is precious because it ends. Our choices matter because our time is limited. Would you trade that for an endless circle? The immortal jellyfish holds a mirror up to our deepest fears and our greatest hopes. It doesn't give us answers, it gives us a new way to see the question. This is why I do this, to find these hidden truths, these living riddles that change how we see our own existence. I am the Unknownologist. If you want to keep looking into the abyss with me, subscribe, because next time we are going to look at an ending so vast it shook the planet. We are going to the day the sky fell, the day the reign of the dinosaurs ended in fire and darkness. We'll explore the minute-by-minute horror of the asteroid impact and the chilling fact that their extinction is not just a story about the past, it's a warning. It's a message written in stone and ash about what happens when the world changes too fast. And it has everything to do with us today. Until then, look closer.